Welcome to the Power of One. Today we're going to have a conversation for those who may be in need of crime scene cleanup, something we hate to think about. But please understand, there are services available to you, and there are wonderful people who are doing wonderful things that want to help you and understand that you may be in a financial strain. Today I'm going to be speaking with James McArthur, who works for Bio One Philly, and he will let you know how you can utilize his services. James, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Melanie. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. James, we're just going to jump right in. We're living in times in Philadelphia that are just so heartbreaking. And there's not a week that goes by where someone may say to me, Melanie, can you help me? Because I need crime scene cleanup within my home. Mm-hmm. At one time, the Victims Compensation Program did not honor crime scene cleanup inside of a vehicle, but that has since changed just recently. James, tell me about how your company assists victims, co-homicide survivors with crime scene cleanup, but also give me a overall and a very extensive overall overview of what Bio One Philly is.
Bio One Philly is pretty much one of the first, foremost leading industry leaders of the crime scene and cleaning industry. What we do is again, take like-minded people like yourself. I guess it was kind of a need that most people never even knew was around, or something that's, we've seen the show, what's that, Sunshine State, or I forgot Morgan Freeman's thing right now, but we've seen those programs, and they kind of pretty much open our eyes to what's needed once someone's involved in a death or a suicide or a homicide or things like that. And once the police department leaves, once the detectives go and the coroners are gone, then there's sad to say, there's a huge mess there. There's blood, there's brains, there's odor, smell, bugs of what sort. Then, not to mention, that's just the physical things that you see. Then there's the emotional trauma of the actual homeowner or the surviving victim or family member, relatives. They have to get nose to nose with the remains of their loved one. So that's where we come into play. We like to, get there, and pretty much I tell people we're the buffer. We'll absorb all that trauma, all that, the smell, the odor, and things like that. And we, of course, we're certified, we're trained, we have the proper PPE, we have, the knowledge, and then I tell people all the time, we come into it with, we're not emotionally tied to the customer or the location. So that's the one barrier we don't have to tackle. But again, we come in, we shield. We've shielded the homeowner from doing that thing. So what we do is we, basically work within, thankfully, the Victims Fund or things like that, or programs that are set up by the city of Philadelphia that can help provide financial, money toward the cleaning of our cleaning services. So what I would say, I guess, it's kind of hard to put this in that, because this is like a weird topic. Most people never even think about this until it's right at their doorfront, and then they just look and says, "Oh, I need someone to, what's like you said, you get that question at the beginning, what's next? What happens now? What's going on with this?" So what they do is they call a company like us. We'll come out. Of course, we'll clean up, with proper PPE, chemicals that are completely safe, and then we work with the homeowner, of course, to their specifications and what they want and what they don't want. So Bio One, we've been around for about 28 years. We work with, most people know us from Sandy Hook shooting, from the a lot of the hurricane things in Las Vegas. We work with the White House. We work with the first responders. We work with the FEMA. Sometimes we go down to do the hurricane cleanings, things like that. So we're a service-based industry, and we love to actually, I just love helping. And then, as my background is that I'm service-based, period. I've been around forever, and I've always had the desire to help. I don't think I've ever told anybody this. I know where the desire came from. It was when I was even younger, even my, growing up in a very, I guess, hostile environment. And I remember my mother one day was getting, assaulted by my stepfather. And then I was like 9 or 8 or 9. And I remember she was like, hell, help me, help me, help me. And I just froze and I couldn't help her. So and then I know that's pretty much when it started internally in me, because I felt so helpless and useless. And then that's where the spark in me was like, I need somebody to I just try to save, or, so many good things come from bad experiences. And I can tell you personally, that's where mine came from. The ability to always want to help and always want to be there. I know it's, sad, that, some negative things, especially some positive things, stem from negative situations and things like that. But, and I guess that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Any more questions about I'm not gonna go on and on. I don't know how far you want to go into the,
we're gonna go very far.
Okay.
So, Bio One Philly, are you the owner of Bio One Philly?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I guess let's start at the beginning. When we first started, I was a contractor, and I was saved up some money, and I was just like, you know what, let me look toward something. And I was going to buy, growing up from Philadelphia, you could buy McDonald's or Burger King, because that's what we see all the time. And so I saved up, a lot of money, a couple $100,000. So I was just like, I wanted to do something. And I was looking to buy a McDonald's. And then, some guy was like, oh, no, you don't need to buy that. And then deep down inside, I can't, I was like early 40s. So I was like, I couldn't see myself in 10 years saying, hey, you want extra sugar with this, or you want cheese with this. So I wanted something that was a little more substance. I needed something that I can go home and, like, I feel good because I help people out. I didn't just provide a beverage or a drink, or nothing's wrong with that type of lifestyle. But with me, I just needed something more to grasp onto. And I was running across buying a franchise, and I came across Bio One Inc. And then I met with the owner, very nice guy. He could probably sell salt to a slug, but he was really nice. He was very genuine. He was open. And then I love as you've seen from our pamphlets and flyers, we help first and business second. And I've been in it for over 10 years now. And every franchise I know has the desire and the ability to help, just like I have. And then a lot of them, I mean, not even a lot of them. I'm just going to say that I know everyone I know that's has bought a franchise. They're we take shorts. We don't chase people down for money. We do stay longer. They want us for one day, we stay for two. We give of ourselves as 120% if that's possible, but we give more than what they're expected. And I think that's what gravitated me and kept me with Bio One for so long. I mean, yeah, you can make a lot of money. Everybody says, oh yeah, it's a lot of money with that stuff. And yeah, it can be, but a lot of people get in, get out, sell, because it's very profitable. But at the end of the day, I love to help people. And then like I told you before, my goal is, before I go, to help as many people as possible on this planet that I can possibly do. And it's for as long as I can. As long as my 51 years on this planet will help me, I will do it. Is for 51 if I can, 51 more.
But with crime scene cleanup,
mm-hmm.
Does it matter the time? So say an unfortunate incident occurs in a house.
Mm-hmm.
How soon should a Bio One Philly or an industry like yours be contacted for that cleanup?
I would say once the first responders or the victim services person will say, hey, this is something you can't do. This is something you shouldn't do. And once you get that notification, or just something that you're just mentally not able to do, I would say 95% of most homicides, you should call someone like that because of the trauma, of course. Even sometimes it's not a lot of blood, it's not a lot of fluid, and not a lot of odor. But anytime there's a death, there's going to be bacteria that's going to be released once the person's deceased. There's going to be, there's just going to be maggots, bugs, things like that. And then, not to mention, if a person is going through chemotherapy, or then you got the exposure to their blood and their fluids may be contaminated, or they may have C. diff, or they may have Hep C, or all the many viruses that can be transferred even after death. So I would say about, for the most part, I would say 95% of every death where they're undiscovered, which means that person was sitting there and they, haven't checked on a loved one in a while.
James, tell me about your cost for your services. does the cost vary from whether it's a house, whether it's a car, or is it a set price across the board? And do you work with victims through the Victims Compensation Program?
As far as pricing goes, yes, it does vary greatly because we don't know what type of environment the person, the deceased or the victim, how they went out, whether it was shotgun or of course they make up a larger mess, or if it's a handgun, which is pretty small, or if they're in the bed or a carpet or floor. So depending on how the person or the victim was, hate to say shot or stabbed or assaulted, base can vary greatly and can also affect the cost. But we do one way to actually help the cost is to victim services. I think that you guys have a program, and I believe we just started the new program that will actually venture from businesses to home to actually now to car and things like that. So that in itself will actually help out greatly. So yeah, as far as pricing goes, it can be as low as $50. It can be as high as the sky's the limit, depending on what we have to do. Because don't forget, we actually do like a wall repair. Like say we've had one guy in Philly when he had like a shootout in the house. So there was bullet holes all across the wall. There was and then he shot the steps out. He shot all the doors. So you're talking replacing doors, replacing steps. One guy shot the stove, so we had to replace the stove, paint, things like that, patching holes, painting. That's actually all the things we do as well. So that it's hard to even say, yeah, this is how much it's going to cost. It's not like it's a muffler, or, on the 78 Chevy. So it's going to be exactly boom, boom, boom every time, boom, boom, boom. It's not like that, which I wish it was, but it does run the gauntlet.
So you actually not only do you do crime scene cleanup, you actually do home repairs also.
That's correct. Yes.
That's awesome. Okay. Now with the crime scene cleanup through the Victims Compensation Program, it's $500 max.
I remember when we first started, I believe was it the mayor? I think the mayor actually had it. It was like 15,000 at one point, maybe like 7-8 years ago. And then they changed it because I think they relocated the money to so which is still good to the people that's actually going to be, like if you see something, say something, and then you get a reward for saying like that, which is great. I think they actually should cover, our money's going to be there. So that's actually great that they're actually relocated the money. But yeah, the $500, I can tell you right now, it helps because a lot of times insurances, homeowners insurance will cover a lot of the properties that fall victims to violence. Even doesn't have to be murder, things like that. It could just be, because they cover water, sewer backups, fires, things like that. And this is considered a hazardous too, a thing too. So it's actually going to be something that's definitely covered by the insurance company.
Wow, I didn't even know that. James, tell the viewers how they can get in touch with you if they need your services.
Oh, they can always call the 24-hour line. It's 267-258-3583. That line is open. Like I said, it's 100%. You can even call Christmas morning or whatever, or New Year's Eve, whatever. Just give us a call. And then I can tell right now, our response time is under 2 hours, and then sometimes close fast. So if you call at 2, someone will be there at your door before 4 o'clock. So no matter what time it is and what time of day. And then you can always email us at the website at www.bionephilly.com. That's BIONEPHILLY.com.
What other services do you offer just besides like the crime scene cleanup for victims and co-homicide survivors? What are all the services that you offer?
Well, we can be here for a while, but there's a lot of services there. There's a lot. Let's do the main 5, I would say. We do COVID cleaning or disinfectant for like the schools and things like that. We do, of course, the any type of blood or fecal matter or sewer backups, things like that. We've actually covered a lot of the hoarding. Most people know us from the show Hoarders. We've been on there like 7 times. So we do a lot of hoarding and trash removal. We even try to help with municipalities and things like that. With the like sometimes they remember that little issue they were having with the they couldn't pick up trash they were like weeks behind. So a lot of the times the municipalities or counties would call us and say, hey, we need help just picking up some of the bulk items. So we've done that. We've done let me see, what's the good one? Let me see. Yeah, I mean, so many of them. We do jail cells, clean up people. We do the police cars. We do a lot of those guys. Like I said, we don't charge for police officers if something happens to them. We don't charge for babies or any infants and things like that. So a lot of those services are free. We try not to advertise it because we don't want to be inundated all across the country. But we actually, yeah, we don't charge for those at all. It's just in and out. Like we just had I think it was the 18-month-old got shot with the AK-47. And we just went in and cleaned it. She was like, "Oh, can we pay you?" I was like, "No, we're okay." We just got in and out. The teacher was stabbed. We did her for free. So, and we're talking paint, carpet, like all that stuff was free. It was like almost $8,000 that we spent out for free, plus the labor for the guys and girls. So yeah. So and then her car. I actually did her car too. Forgot because she has some issues with her car with blood. We did that as well.
Now, do you just do Philly?
No. We're actually the good thing about us is we're pretty large. I think we have about 18 people now. So we do half of Pennsylvania, pretty much Harrisburg over to Philadelphia. We do all of Delaware, the whole state from top to bottom. And then we do half of New Jersey, pretty much. I would say take I-95. Was it 195? 195 on down south. So we do the southern part of New Jersey. So yeah, we're pretty big.
That is pretty big. Now, with all of the crime that's taken place in the city, with all of the COVID that's taken place all around the world, did your business pick up?
As far as the COVID, yeah, we've had record numbers as far as financing. Our financial statements are looking pretty nice with the COVID, and then as far as the murder in in Philadelphia area, I would say it's pretty steady because there is a lot of people don't realize there's a lot of companies that do what we do inside of the Philadelphia area. But us, we've been, sadly, there's enough work for everybody, but we have brought on more people. So I'm going to say, yeah, we actually have picked up a little bit. I didn't think about it. We actually did hire 4 more people. So yes, we actually did pick up just a hair.
Okay. So James, tell the viewers one more time how they can get in touch with Bio One Philly, where you're located, and any of your social media sites.
Oh, that all of it's pretty much the same. It's we got Facebook at Bio One Philly. We have Twitter at Bio One Philly. Is it Instagram? I think Instagram. I'm old and crunchy, as they like to my kids like to say. So I'm not on the social media thing, but I know we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't have Snapchat. I think that's a little too young for us, for the viewers. Our subject thing. But they can always reach us again, the 24-hour hotline, 267-258-3583. Again, any and all social medias or platforms should be just Bio One Philly. And then don't forget, there's a franchise, so there's like 162 of us. So if we can't cover you, there's always another one that's actually fairly close by, like Trenton and Harrisburg and things like that. So they can actually cover you as well. So we're a resource for pretty much all across the country. So if you live in Philly or know somebody in LA that needs that type of service, they can still contact us. I can put them in contact with whomever area it may be in. I've been around for a while, so I pretty much know all the owners. I think 136 of them.
Well, James, I thank you for the work that you do, because I could never do that. But I guess that's what makes the world go round.
It does.
You're great at what you do, and I think I'm okay at what I do. I know I can pick up the phone and call you and refer a family to you, and that you will take good care of them.
We will. We shall. And I love to, like I said, I love to help, and I can tell, like you love to help too. And again, I can't do what you do. You're again, I'm not a good speaker, a good conversationalist, and you guys, you got to have the social skills, the interact, you got to have the smarts and the mouthpiece and the I guess the vociferousness to say, like speak your piece and and hold your temper at the same time. Yeah, I value your service, and everybody that's in the industry that goes. I'm pretty sure like now you're probably off work now and it's like still working, so I know how it goes.
Yeah, it never ends. Just like you, people know that they can contact me on my cell phone at any time, and I'll drop whatever I'm doing to see how I can help them.
That's true. That's good. Well,
James,
thank you.
Thank you so much
Thank you for having us. Yeah.
No problem at all. Thank you so much for joining us today. There are so many people who are in need of services, and it's great when you're able to connect with someone like James, who understands, who's empathetic, and who
Yes.
loves on you during the most crucial time in your life. Please know we love you, we care, and we hope that you have a brighter tomorrow. Peace and blessings.